The universe is filled with spectacular mysteries that man can seldom fathom. In this vast fabric of space and time lies a time speck we call the Earth. Our planet is flourishing with myriad wonders that is painted with luxuriant hues of brown, blue, and green. And there is the species of humans who themselves have created many breathtaking wonders. Nestled between the beautiful Arabian Sea and lush green Western Ghats in the peninsular Indian lies the land Kerala. India is known for its umpteen temple towns, and Kerala is not much different. The Aranmula kannadi temple situated here is dedicated to the Hindu deity Lord Krishna. The temple is famous for its annual boat race event and boat feast or Vallasadhya, which is held the Malayalam month of Chingam that falls between the month of August and September. Indian society is historically categorized according to the traditional profession, and carpenters' society known as Vishwakarma were entrusted with the construction of the temples by kings. 2 centuries ago, members of such a society were summoned for works at Parthasarathi temple by the then king of Travancore. As we go around the temple, awestruck by the architecture grandeur, one gets to catch a glimpse of a mirror which on close observation is revealed to be different from the routine silvered glass mirror. This is in fact a metal mirror, a metal alloy mirror to be exact. Evidence suggests that metallic mirrors were in use since ancient time in different parts of the Old World and Asia, including that of Harappan civilization. Legend has it that in the course of the work at the Aranmula temple, the making of the metal alloy mirror, world famous known as Aranmula kannadi or Aranmula mirror, is a case of serendipity. 2 decades back, there were only very few families involved in the craft of this authentic alloy mirror making at Aranmula. Now it has grown to 22 units, and they now manufacture the mirror under the Vishwabrahmana Aranmula Metal Mirror Nirman Society. Aranmula mirror is protected by Geographical Indication Tag or GI tag, which was issued to the society in 2003. Aranmula mirror is a handcraft which involves maximum human labor and bare minimum machinery. Aranmula mirrors are basically metal alloy mirrors consisting of tin and copper, which are the constituents of bronze, the first alloy discovered during prehistoric period. The difference lies in the composition. According to the legends, the efforts by the craftsmen of Vishwakarma society to impress the then king originally with a special crown culminated in the discovery of Aranmula mirrors. Using the clay from the fields in and around Aranmula village, along with the tile powder and jute fibers, discs to be used in the cast are made. After seasoning, one side of each disc is thoroughly polished, following which 2 discs are placed face to face, leaving a gap in between corresponding to the thickness of the mirror to be made. The discs are sealed with the clay, and a crucible, which is also in clay, is made at one end. The metallic alloy, in its solid form, is kept inside this crucible. A small hole is made as an inlet for the molten alloy to enter the space between the clay disc. Crucible with the alloy blocks are then sealed with clay. Provision for air hole is also rendered. After that, the whole assemble is sealed and put into a handmade furnace with the alloy containing crucible facing downward. The temperature of the furnace reaches up to 900 degrees Celsius to 1000 degrees Celsius, which is sufficient to melt the alloy inside. After ample time, the mold is turned upside down. Now the crucible is on the upside, which facilitates the entry of molten alloy into the cast. After cooling, the crucible is broken and the assemble is allowed to cool down further, after which the mold is completely broken. The molded alloy then appears to be dull and rough-edged metal piece. The metal piece is subjected to process at various levels to get the reflection, which involves polish using water paper, oil, or on jute fiber and velvet cloth. The edges are further polished to get round or oval shapes, and the metallic mirror is fixed into a suitable frames made of brass. Aranmula kannadi is a front surface reflection mirror which eliminates secondary reflections, the typical of back surface mirrors where the image is reflected from the silvered layer. Your real image is seen only in the Aranmula kannadi. Copper tin alloy in ratio 2:1, known as specular metal, was in use in reflective telescopes and other optical precision instruments from the time of Isaac Newton in 17th century and continued up to early decades of 20th century. Aranmula mirror is a variant of this specular metal. Scientific analysis have revealed the ratio of copper to tin to be a little more than 2. Also, presence of mirror constituent elements like arsenic, silver, gold, zinc, phosphorus, and sulfur are reported. Results also suggest presence of nanoparticles that are quasi-crystalline in nature.
Aranmula has its place in the cultural heritage and legends of this country. Aranmula mirror is associated with the Parthasarathi temple situated in Aranmula, which is on the backdrop. The proportion of tin and copper used in making the mirror, as well as the specialized skill involved in making this mirror, make Aranmula kannadi or Aranmula mirror different from rest of similar mirrors made in the world. The other part of the story is that this science and technology involved, or the science and technology which we are speaking about, as concerned with the Aranmula mirror, it is being propagated in this whole world by a small community living in this Aranmula village. To sustain this technology and to preserve the science for the future generations, it needs interventions by the concerned authorities as well as global recognition by the scientific community.
This is the story of a mirror and its reflection. Reflections of a society, reflections of rich culture and heritage of a country, reflections of the efforts of a small population to keep alive a traditional knowledge, its science and technology. Let us hope that this traditional knowledge flows on